Hello and a very warm welcome to episode 73 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast. A podcast that now covers local football in this great town of ours, as well as keeping up with all the frills and spills, highs and lows of my team, Hastings United. On the show today, we've got week 4 of the Hastings report with Leon Pettit, that ESFL veteran. Another round of Tim's takes with his latest from the women's team. Timothy Booth-Jones brings us exclusive post-match from Rebecca RELF and Billy Wood. And then we've got the SBTS fan roundtable, and it's a cosy one with me, Big Malk, and Adam Smith, Hastings Supporters Club chair, and Matchday Twitterati. Enjoy, grassroots football fans. And now over to the SBTS shoutouts. And first of all, the big man himself, Gary HISTED. It's his birthday. This shout out comes from all of us, but in particular from Maria, Shannon, Grant, Shannon and Gina, and all his footballing friends and family. His birthday's on Saturday, and Gary, I hope you have a good one. Also, another birthday shout out. George has reminded us that Stephen GIBBS is 66 this week. Happy birthday, sir. And now over to week 4 of the Hastings report. It gives me great pleasure to have ESFL veteran here, Leon Pettit, for week 4 of the Hastings report, reporting on all our games, our local games in the Hastings area. Leon, first of all, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I enjoyed a nice day out at Lewis on Monday. Had a game last night. Well, obviously recording Thursday. Had a game Wednesday evening. 45 minutes out, still suffering a bit, but no, all good.
Yeah, was that a proper match? I mean, actually,
friendly.
Friendly. So you were playing St Leonard's Social on the Saturday, though, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Just 1-5-3. The keeper gifted us two goals at least. I felt quite sorry for the lad, really. It was some bad clangers in there. And then, come Wednesday, we played outside of Scum. and I think warming up, I still ate from Saturday. So and that was yeah 4-4. It was a good game. So I've had a good pre-season with Icklesham so far. So
Yeah. So you're
hopefully
going to
looking good
stay
for the
there?
season.
You staying with them?
Yeah, no, I've signed for Icklesham. Yeah,
Yeah.
Icklesham. Yeah, got the best terms from Icklesham.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah,
those terms, I mean, are you willing to talk about beer value?
no, I can't tell you.
It's all confidential.
Yeah, yeah. All I can say is Queen's Head after each home game.
Right then, so moving straight into this Southern combination. First of all, there was the FA Vars game, Stone Town versus Little Common. Little Common managed to win that 1-0. Sam Ellis got the goal. Leon, your thoughts? Nice to see Little Common getting a victory.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they can take that going forwards. I know they're still yet to get I think they're still yet to get a win in the league. So yeah, it's got to go away from home, get a result. It's quite a goal quite late on. Be a good feeling.
Moving on to other sides in the Southern combination, Bexhill playing Eastbourne United, funnily enough at Eastbourne Borough, 241 there. Did have a few people that I know that were at the game, and well, they did say that Bexhill didn't really turn up in the first half. They were down 3-0, eventually lost 4-2. So yeah, Bexhill's goal scorers with Joe Somerville and Hayden Beaconsfield seemed like a mountain to climb after the 3-0, but I mean they tried their best. Unfortunately, lost it in the first half. Obviously, didn't they, Leon?
Yeah, a bit of a blow for Bexhill, really. I knew it'd be a tough game for them, but I was surprised by the scoreline. I thought it might be maybe like a 2-1 close game, but yeah, like you say, it sounds like Bexhill didn't turn up. You sort of think maybe if it had been at the Polegrove, it might have been. I know they had a good crowd there, but how many of that was Bexhill? Was it a few Eastbourne locals watching? If you had a bigger Bexhill crowd behind him on their own pitch, could have been a different outcome
story,
for him. Yeah, possibly. But early days yet, so
absolutely. So then, moving on to on the Monday, Little Common were at Eastbourne Town, finished 2-2. We're talking about a 96-minute equaliser from Sam Crutwell, who's I think he's been out for over a year at one point when Leon?
he has been, yeah. I can't remember what with, but
that I don't know. I know he's been out for a while, and we've got that goal, and here it is. Even though Little Common were down to 10 men, managing to get a draw and a fantastic goal there. Wouldn't you agree, Leon?
Yeah, that must have felt like a win for him to get a goal that late on. And their first goal was probably good timing as well. Lewis Hull right before half time, I believe. So yeah, it's good to see Sam Crutwell back after a long time out. It would be like a new signing for him. I'm sure you and me both remember him from Hastings.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was quality at that level, so it would no doubt be quality for Little Common. So yeah. So good to see him back.
So we move down to the Mid Sussex Football League. First of all, we go Battletown. Now Battletown unfortunately lost to Reigate Priory 3-1 at home. Glenn Carrick got the goal. Their captain, Battletown's captain, Dane Smith, got sin-binned. It's not started well for Battletown, has it really?
No, I think they were up against it before the game even started. Apparently only their bare 11 turned up and two more players were no show, and their manager's currently on holiday, so it was all a bit I think it's all a bit makeshift really.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But it's one of those, because Reigate Priory also newly promoted, so it would have been one of their games they probably wanted to hit the ground running, but yeah, it's one of those days really for Battle it weren't to be.
Right, so then we move on to the dominant force in Mid Sussex Prem is Hollington United, 4-1 winners against Rotherfield. Got goals from Zachary McHenry, Joshua Elliott Noy, and Daniel Tewksbury. They also, it's Hollington, so they also had someone sin-binned, which was Bradley Pritchard. Just an assured performance, really. Again, well, they're the front runners, aren't they, Leon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was Rotherfield's first game of the season, so it's not a nice introduction for them. yeah, I think we expected Hollington to come away from that game pretty comfortable winners, really.
Yeah, and you said last week as well. You thought that, so yeah, they certainly were. Now we got the rivals to Hollington in the fight for the title. I think is Westfield, and they played Ashurst Wood away. And talking of Hastings connections, Jordan Ray's playing as centre half. Jordan Ray's in the Westfield team, but also his brother is he was sub for Westfield as well, William Ray. So again, impressive winners. George Landace and Corey Wheeler got the goals, and we've got both of them. Yeah, so Westfield have got a cracking home game next Saturday. They're playing Hollington. I mean, that's a tasty one, isn't it, Leon?
Yeah, that will be. Yeah, obviously both off to a flyer.
Who'd you fancy? Who'd you fancy in that? At Westfield.
I still fancy Hollington to edge it.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think they've got a bit more about them maybe. But I just going by what I've seen online on Twitter, and I haven't seen either team play, so I might have a different opinion, but I'm predicting Hollington.
You willing to have a little wager on that if I go for Westfield?
Well, 50p. My lunch money.
Well, we'll have a sportsman's bet on that. All right, there you go. Right, so Southern Combinations, Little Common are playing tomorrow night, 7:30 at the recreational ground against Hastings. What are we thinking there? Do we think Little Common might get their first win?
Hope so. I don't know. Because Hastings have won 3, lost 2. They currently sit 7th. I mean, you think the results Little Common had over the weekend, they'd be confident going into this game. So hopefully they can pick up their first league win.
Okay. And our other side in the Southern Combination, we've got Bexhill United are away at Stenning Town. Away to Stenning Town, who just played Little Common, got a draw. You've got to think Bexhill are going to win that.
Yeah, you'd think so when you bounce back after their defeat. Looking to bounce back, weren't they? So have that bit of extra fire in their belly.
Also, the Peter Bentley Challenge Cup starts up, and Bexhill United will be playing on the 6th, so that'll be before we record again, against AFC Uckfield Town. Again, I think you'd expect Bexhill to win that, wouldn't you, Leon?
Yeah. I didn't even look that far forward, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And what show we have today, right? And Little Common are playing at home on the 6th. They're playing in that Peter Bentley Challenge Cup against Newhaven. Now I'm not sure, that could be quite a tight one. That.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to them. Right, moving on to the MID Sussex fixtures. So the other fixture, other than the big battle at Westfield, is Settlescombe Rangers versus Battletown. Now, obviously, I've seen Settlescombe, and they've got goals in them, but they're a little bit leaky in defence. But I would think Settlescombe are going to win that game. What do you think, Leon?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, home fixture. Having just played out at Settlescombe, they're a lovely big flat pitch to play on. Whereas Battle surface ain't really been that great out there, so it might play more into Settlescombe's hands a bit there. So I'd predict Settlescombe to edge that and to continue the torrid time for Battle, unfortunately for them.
All right. Okay then. So we're moving on to the East Sussex Football League, the big kickoff, 3rd of September. We've got 5 fixtures. We've got Pummit Town first versus Rye Town first. Sidley. This is a depleted Sidley from last year. We obviously wish them the best of luck. Sidley United against Rockinore. We've got St Leonard's Social against Bexhill Amateur Athletic, and Crowhurst against Westfields of Reserves, and Hawkhurst United first against Robertsbridge United's first. That's the first week of the ESFL.
No, all I can say is now the real football starts. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we've obviously had an interesting few weeks when we did the round table with Sidley, with John Carey, Aaron Scrace, who else was it? Harry Stapley.
Yeah.
I think we sort of predicted Crowhurst to be right up there, which I still think would be the case. But Robertsbridge were looking strong at the time, but now they've lost their management. Who knows? Who knows how they'll be looking? But yeah, again, I think Rye Town will be quite strong again. But yeah, until we're a good few games in, it's who knows?
Yeah, and talking of that, obviously we got the AFC Hollington. I wouldn't say packing it in, but taking themselves out of the league. I mean, what do you make of that, Leon? I mean, it's all a bit sudden, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I know they're still playing friendlies throughout the summer. So as an outsider looking in, all I can say is I don't know what's going on there, but no doubt a lot of their players will be sought after other clubs, because they're a very good bunch of players there. Possibly might be Hollington United seconds gain. Quite a few of them might end up there. Who knows? So it's always a shame to see a club fold, but it seems to be the thing these days, doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately it is. Yeah. Now with this, there's multiple divisions in the ESFL. Now we were going to cover the Prem, and if there's any clubs out there that want to be covered, please contact us. We'll do it. We'll cover whatever leagues you want us to, but we're going to start off just covering the Prem and then go from there and see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you very much for this, Leon.
No worries.
That was the week that was. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday for week 5.
It's my birthday on Monday.
It's your birthday. Okay, well, maybe see you Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Yay.
Very good. Yeah.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Oh, we can go dancing, we can go walking, as long as we're together. Listen to some music, maybe just talking, get to know you better. 'Cause you know I've got so much that I wanna do. When I dream I'm alone with you, it's magic. You wanted to leave me there, afraid of a love affair, but I think you know that I can't let go. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Oh, you can take your time, baby. I'm in no hurry. I know I'm gonna get you. You don't wanna hurt me, baby, don't worry. I ain't gonna let you. Let me tell you now, my love is strong enough to last when things are rough. It's magic. You say that I waste my time, but I can't get you off my mind. No, I can't let go. 'Cause I love you so.
If you like, why you sit and take a chance with me? Yeah, what be grabs if you're feeling on here. When you're fucking so you got to know the special property. I know the locks out for music in about it. Understand me clearly. However, I try, could I never owe me with lucky. Nice and up and just move freely. Special care, what is whistle, listen carefully. Me not sit all alone and just wait for me phone. Knock up me dance, me never
And now over to Tim's takes.
Hastings United ladies played their second home league game of the season at the Pilot Field on Sunday, and they were hosting Newhaven ladies. They recorded a 7-1 victory, which consolidated their position at the top of the table. They were 4-0 up at half-time and played their usual good football. I would say, and they would probably agree, for a period in the second half, they lost their focus a bit, and they even conceded a goal, which was very rare, but they ended up with 3 more goals. Our goal scorers were Claire Johnson, opened the scoring, Charlotte Kerr got the second, Rebecca RELF scored 2, and Sian Heather scored in the second half. Charlotte Kerr got another goal, and Kelly Larkin got one of those long-range specials trying to emulate Sam Hasler from Saturday. So 7-1 win, which was excellent performance again. Well, the 3 points were very useful. Billy brought on quite a few subs. Sophie Reed unfortunately picked up an injury in the first half and was replaced in defence by Victoria Phillips. Brooke Nicholson-Rogan went off, and Lauren Sharp had a run, and that pushed Jessica Bellahue up on the right wing. She was then substituted by Dominic Beckett, and Rosie Muggeridge went off towards the end, and Megan Critchfield came on. So we used nearly all our subs, and probably the best player, the outstanding player on the pitch was the Newhaven goalkeeper, who had to make a number of good saves and really kept the score in check, because on the balance of play it could easily have been in double figures. So 2 wins out of 2 for Hastings ladies. We're at home again with a change in fixture to Montpellier Villa next week. Hopefully that'll make it 3 out of 3. Good news for us is that one of our rivals, Welling, who both Billy Wood and Rebecca mentioned in their interviews could be one of our main rivals, lost today, which is a bonus. So let's hope the ladies keep on winning, and the attendances, there wasn't a bad attendance today. We get more people up there to watch.
Rebecca, the season seems to have started very well. 2 wins. As captain, how do you see the season going?
Yeah, well, hopefully we just want to progress from how we've gone on so far. I think we've obviously won very well in both games, but there's definitely things that we still need to tighten up and get better with, because I think we could be punished against some more competitive sides. But no, really good. Nice to see the new signings gelling in as well with us. And yeah, just we've got a really good basis and foundation, really strong 16, so anyone that's on the bench can come on and make a positive impact. So I think that's probably what we were lacking a bit last season. So yeah, it's really good. Obviously we're aiming for promotion, which we didn't get last season. Let's not talk about that one. Yeah, really good, really good. Happy start from us so far. Good work ethic.
Well, actually, last season was really enjoyable for the supporters, and brilliant. Who do you see your main rivals this season?
I think will be Welling. I think last season they obviously stopped us from getting that promotion with that last draw. But I think they made some really good signings. They've also got a really good manager that's just come in, so I definitely think that they'll be our main contenders this season.
Well, that's a good game up there last year. He has
we're meant to have them next week, but it's been rearranged, so I think that's a good thing for us.
Talking about yourself, Rebecca, how did you start playing football? What was your first club, as it were?
I played for Worthing Miners at the age of 8, and I just was driving with my mum past Broadwater Green in Worthing, and I just saw these girls training on a Saturday morning, and I said, "Mum, I want to do that," and she was like, "Okay." So then next week we went, and then the rest is history, really.
Yeah, all our new signings seem to be making a good impact, and it's our ladies section. Hopefully, we'll get bigger crowds as the season goes on.
We're obviously hoping for bigger from the start. I think, considering like the Euros and things, obviously it's massive for women's football. So we're hoping week by week we might get a bit more interest. We've got like a standard 10 sort of hardcore supporters that come every week.
You get a few more than that, Rebecca.
The ones that come every week, like home and away, we get them. They travel wherever we go. They get the train and they walk, and they're amazing. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more as the weeks go on.
What's your favourite position? Because last season I seem to remember you were mostly on the left side of defence.
My first season I was a 10, and then second season I was left back, and now I'm left wing. I think left wing's actually my preferred. I've got a bit more freedom, so being a left back, if we're playing hard and people I can't get up and join in with the attack as much. So I definitely prefer left wing, I think. So
Very well done today, Rebecca, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers.
Thanks very much. Billy, great weekend for Hastings United. Yesterday was fantastic, brilliant win, and followed up today with another good win. How did you see the game from your
I
side?
thought it was good for about 60 minutes. I think it could be better. I think sloppy in areas. I think sometimes when you go into like a 2, 3, 4 goal lead, sometimes it can get sloppy because you end up doing things you wouldn't necessarily do if it was a tighter game. I think we were forcing it a bit too much. I think we need to relax and do what we do best. Long story short, I think it was look, 7-1. 7-1 is great. Like, it's a great result. But we know we're better than that as well. Like, we probably could have had 15 goals today. There's a lot of great saves by the keeper. In fact, in fairness to their keeper, definitely to the player of the match. Really, she was exceptional. She made some great saves.
Yeah, I remember the game at Newhaven last year. I'm sure she wasn't playing, but she is.
No, I can't remember the goal. I thought she was exceptional.
Yeah,
today.
she was good.
She's probably one of the top keepers in this league. And 7 goals doesn't really reflect her performance, because I think she, if anyone, she deserved the clean sheet out of there today. The way she played, sweeps well.
Yeah.
Made some great saves from Sean and Gersey.
Yeah.
But look, we still put 7 away, and you have to look at that and go, all right, okay. We're a team who score a lot of goals, and the one thing we've got to be really disappointed about today is conceding a sloppy goal, because we shouldn't be conceding goals like that. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. There's been a change in fixtures next week, is that right? But because it was Welling, which would have been a big game, wasn't it?
Well, funny enough, Welling actually lost 3-0 today to Eastbourne United, which is a bit of a shock. We expect them to be up there with us in the run-in. I know it's early doors and all that, but we had a good couple of fixtures against Welling last year, and they're a good side. But we're now home against Montpellier because there's a problem with Herne Bay's pitch, so the pitches have been moved around. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to that with the same mentality and attitude of trying to win the game of football.
Keep winning, Billy, because we need to get promoted.
That's it. We do.
Yeah.
You can't draw 2 and lose 1 and go up in this league. So
that's right.
we'll keep doing what we're doing.
Drifting by me so slowly now.
And now over to the SBTS Fan Roundtable. And a big shout out to Malcolm and Adam for making it happen.
Who else is coming?
It's supposed to be Wills and Smithy. I was going to stop doing these. I was just going to do them like occasionally. But then I thought, oh, Lewis and that, people are going to want to talk about it. And well, they don't, do they? So...
And then they don't.
This is the annoying thing about it, when you're chasing everyone up and all that. It's just,
yeah.
Because I know your time's money. Being a big agent, mate. Well,
that's it. Yeah, I can't. I can't hang around when all my players are contacting me. Where am I going?
Well, where's Ross Barkley going? Come on, where's he going then?
I wish
he must be one of yours, isn't he?
Yeah, I wish.
What's happened to him? Because he was a decent player. What happened to him?
They ruin them, don't they? Some of these bigger clubs, they go there and when their name's there, and they just ruin them, don't they?
Sad.
When you've got the money, you can buy the players so that other people don't play them, isn't it? It's and I've never liked that, but he was one of the better players in another team, so Chelsea got him, and didn't really want him. It's just so no one else can have him. It's a shame. Ruined his career.
Leon's kept very quiet about his contract. I mean, is it on a need-to-know basis? Is it one of those ones that you're not allowed to talk about?
I'm struggling with him at the moment. Struggling with him, because he's got work problems. Well, not problems, but changing his job and things like that. So I don't think the commitment's there. But
he's unsettled.
Yeah, he's unsettled.
He won I think they were playing St Leonard. Well, you might not know these teams anyway, but they were playing St Leonard's. He was buzzing about that.
Yeah. I didn't know about that one. He's obviously keeping it a bit quiet. I don't think he wants to go too far now.
Nice. No, the missus is probably telling him.
I think she's got a big hand in that.
Yeah, so. That's what happens. These women, they ruin you, don't they?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
It gives me great pleasure to have Agent Stone, Big Malk, here on the round table. We're on our Todd. Everyone else hasn't shown up as of yet. So we're just going over the weekend's games. It's been a tremendous weekend. 4 points from 6. First of all, the Saturday's game. We took a 4-1 Tonkin. First of all, Malk, your thoughts on that one?
I thoroughly enjoyed the game, I must admit. I thought as much as they were poor, or not very good, I won't say poor. I'll save that for last season. This season, it's going to be not that good. We were good, and I think it's we stepped up a level, and they weren't at that level, I'm afraid. But yeah, I enjoyed the game. Good game.
Yeah, I mean, from what I only caught the second half. It did remind me of some of the teams we played last season. That I felt that a lot of the players that we had on that pitch, we had a lot of threats on that pitch, and I felt that they just couldn't handle it. They went into themselves, and the young lads that obviously Craig knows well from his Gillingham dealings. GBODE was just bossing it, and he was a joy to watch. Well, I didn't see the Sam Hasler goal. I missed that. That was an absolute
that was a screamer, yeah.
As screamers go. I mean, I have to say, when he scored it, and I was watching on the replays, and if it was me personally, I'd have run out the stadium. That's how much I'd have been celebrating that one. But obviously, So some cracking goes. Obviously, James Hull's assured finish. You just didn't think he was missing it. So give him time, and he's getting goals as well. So that's with Ben maybe out for a little bit. It's good that we've got a few people banging in the goals.
Yeah. I must admit, I was sitting in the stand for Sam's goal, and as soon as he got it, I was it Sam. I mean, not loud enough for him to hear,
No, I think you should take credit.
I would have
No,
claimed
Mark,
that. I would have claimed the credit for it. But
come on.
go on, Sam. Hit it, Sam. And
He just heard this whisper.
Went in and just, wow, like, you know. But yeah, it was. Even I stood up and celebrated.
Oh, that's a good goal.
But yeah, it was a good goal. And it was good for James' goal, like you say, to get an assist from Louis as well. You know, a long ball from Louis and James running on to and tucked it away. It's it was some good games, good goals, and or good performances rather, and some good goals.
Moving on to Lewis. Now, both me and Malk weren't there, so that doesn't help. But obviously, Malk is very close with Craig. Now, what's Craig's thoughts, first of all, on that Lewis game?
And I must admit, I haven't spoken to him. I haven't had a chance to speak to him at all. And actually, just before he was going to ring me, today, he said, "Oh, I'll ring you today," and I was going to have a big catch up with him before tonight, you know, and pretty much I could have made out I did go. And he contacted me about 20 minutes ago and said, "Oh, I'll give you a bell tomorrow. I'll start back at work tomorrow, so I can give you a bell in my break."
Yeah.
Oh no! So now I don't know his thoughts. I don't know anything about the game.
This is a brilliant one. This week. As we know, Malk, big time agent. He's probably something to do with the Ross Barkley situation. That's the reason why he wasn't able to make the game at Lewis. But from all the chaps and ladies and gentlemen that I've heard after the game, sending the messages in and the videos, some brilliant videos from the match, and obviously there was the Lewis train, the 10:30 train. There's many pictures from that of Jaeger bombs at 10:30 on the Southern train.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that particularly shout to Matty, who was doing that and drank all day, and then was on a construction site the next morning with a massive digger in between two buildings, and he said he's supposed to dig some hole or something, and he was worried he was going to take both the buildings out. Apparently he didn't, so well done, Matty, if you're listening. So Lewis, great result. I have had some whispers from the camp about that game in terms of that Lewis thought that they only needed to basically turn up to beat us on Monday, and that wasn't the case. It was an assured performance. From the highlights I saw, could have gone either way. There was chances either end, but a real sort of cracking atmosphere and a cracking game.
Yeah, I only followed it on Twitter, and I would have said from Twitter that we had the better chances, and certainly right towards the end. But I don't know. Like I say, I haven't spoken to Craig. But
don't rub it in. Don't rub it in, Malk. Yeah, that we've got no info. But the one of the things that might give us an indication is I was on the Lewis Twitter, so I was on the Supporters Club Twitter.
Oh yeah,
and they were having a big old moan about that they're not getting in the game, that we were very organised and on them, and that that they could lose this game. So, and that was on their Twitter.
Yeah.
As we know, Smithy Twitter is, I wouldn't say it's propaganda, but it's and
it's also few and far between that you don't, it's you don't get many tweets come through. That's the only thing when you are trying to follow it on there. You can go 20 minutes when you think, is a long injury or what's going on?
Well, he's getting too involved, isn't he? He gets a bit excited, does Smithy. Yeah. So, GBODE, what's Craig said about GBODE and working with him? Mal?
He's a beast, really. When you think he's 17, that boy, he's a big lad, and he's a handful. He will score goals. He's confident in his own ability, and he'd say himself, you speak to him, he said, I'll score goals, I'll come down here and I'll score goals. But he really does. It's always difficult, and I said to Craig, when you take a player on loan from a league club like that,
Mm.
you know, albeit a 17-year-old, do they actually want to do really well because it's obviously a loan club, or do they really want to do really well because so their parent club takes them back? It's sort of, you know, and Craig said to me he wants to come down there and do really well, score goals, and if Gills take him back, they take him back, you know, but he don't want to come down there and just think, oh well, it's Hastings and they're down at that level. He wants to come and show what he's about.
Well, he's certainly doing that.
Yeah,
he's certainly doing that. I mean, obviously, the better he does, the better we do, and the better for him. I have heard rumblings that a lot of Gillingham fans have no idea why he's come here and that why he isn't in their team. But I'm not a big time follower of Gillingham, so I don't know. And talking of people that turn up when they want, turn up when they want. Hello, Smithy. Right, yeah. So you're saying, you know, if he does well for us, all the better for him. He looks a talent that is definitely going places. He looks like he's got a lot more growing as well to go. I mean, he's going to be he's already a beast. He's going to be.
He's a beast, isn't he? You know, he's a big lad and a beast. Nice lad. You know, he's a great lad. And I know Gills think an awful lot of him. The Gills manager and that think a lot of him. And like really with Bailey, you know, they let him come there because of you know the way we play football, and you know he'd be looked after. So yeah, they've got high hopes for that boy, and you can see why he's raw, but he's got pace, you know, and when you think he hasn't played for no pre-season or really or anything like that because he's only 17, so they haven't started theirs, and you know he's not really been in and around the first team, so he hasn't played much football. So once he gets fit, you know, he'll be match fit. He'll be a force. Yeah. I don't know how long we got him for on loan.
That's what I'm saying. When he scored that second goal and then he got subbed on Saturday, I was thinking, bloody hell, Gillingham have already pulled him back. But he's back on the bus to Gillingham already. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we can keep him for a little while. You know, it is what it is. You know, our level is our level, and you know, it's really helping us out. Seeing as Ben Pope seems to have a bit of a knock that he's carrying that might keep him out for a bit. You know, so we've actually got someone here who went to the Lewis game. Actually, we've got somebody who went on Saturday as well. But first of all, your thoughts on Brighton Sea Region?
Yeah,
Brighton Sea Region, a team I'd love to play every week. Your thoughts on them, Adam?
If we played them every week, you'd never go.
That's true. Yeah, probably not.
No, I'll tell you what. We've been performing like that all season, and probably other than the Averley game. But it's finally nice to get the result that the performance deserved.
One thing that Malk's just mentioned that I think maybe we bring into this is there's a bit of a delay between tweets as well. We need to talk about that, Adam.
A delay between tweets? What do you mean by that?
You know, you're a bit sparing with your tweets is what I think Malcolm's trying to say.
But how would you know unless you were there? Because if you're not there, you don't know if anything's happening or not.
Which is what I said, Adam. At the end of the day, there could have been an injury for 25 minutes that you've missed out. And that's fine. And I put that down to that long injury.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Chalmers was on the floor for a while, and no one needed to know that wasn't there. No. He was all right. He's a tough cookie. I think Lewis, there was a lot more tweeting.
Was it more constant? Yeah, it was. I was bouncing between yourself and the Lewis Supporters Club tweeters. So because they
follow them, dear.
On them as well, yeah. Just you've got to throw a little bit of bounce in there as well. Yeah. So
what did they make of our performance?
Well, I was saying to Mel that they were annoyed at their own team. I think they thought we were just going to turn up and lose, a bit like their team, I hear, but like their actual team. we're performing average, as in Lewis are performing average, and if we don't sort it out, this Hastings team's going to nick the game. That's what was coming off from their tweets and stuff. So
yeah, well, I mean, from my view of that, I think we totally outplayed them and didn't let them play. So as good as they've been this season, I mean, I haven't followed any of their other results other than they're up near the top, but we totally outplayed them, in my opinion.
Well, as you were the only one there,
is that your unbiased opinion, Adam?
Of course,
it is. It's my Hastings United Twitter opinion, and that is always very, very, very unbiased. we always mention the other teams.
I mean, okay. In terms of the results there, now we're looking forward to Cray. Now we've got Cray coming up next in the FA first round qualifier.
Yeah.
Do you think, as I think that we're put out a squad team, like let a few of the players out of the squad play that aren't getting games, or do you think we're going to put out a strong side?
I think we'll put out a strong side, considering we're not playing again until the week later, are we? I think there's players like Jill and Nori that didn't start at Lewis will probably get a run. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a competition the club want to do well in, and it'll be a nice distraction, and hopefully, sort of, you want to keep the momentum going. I'd have thought, even though we can say, okay, priorities the league, it's the FA Cup, whatever happens. If we lose, it sort of stops the little momentum that we've started.
Yeah, true. Would you think is Finn back? Would Finn be back for that?
Yeah, I don't know where
still
Finn
banned?
was. No, he only had a 1-game ban, as I understand it. So I don't know why he didn't feature against Lewis.
Well, his good Brefo's playing better than him.
But yeah, Brefo was quality over the weekend. There was glimpses of his leadership in pre-season, and I think he's continued with that. And even changing to sort of 3 at the back, bringing Jake Elliott in as one of the 3, it still worked really well.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Brefo, I must admit. He's I wasn't, I will say I wasn't quite sure. He was young, raw. He's still young. He's still only 19, but I wasn't that sure that he would fit in, and I think it was when Finney went off at away at Hornchurch. I think he stepped up then, and you actually saw a lot of his recovery. I think in pre-season they've been playing him trying him in the centre of midfield, then left fullback, and I think he can play there, but I don't think in pre-season in a new team you want to be in the centre of midfield, where we're playing the ball till you're pinging it at you, and your first touch's got to be mustard and that type of thing. And I think he's coming to his own. I'm really impressed with him, I must admit. Certainly Saturday, and the second half, for 80 minutes at Hornchurch, it's so yeah, I've been, and at Folkestone I was, I've been really impressed with him. So Jake, I think is great. I did a really good deal there getting him back. And it was
big mouth.
But yeah, I like Jake. I've always liked Jake, and I think he's looking a beast as well now, and he's looking lean and mean, and I thought Saturday, oh no, what's happened to him? Surely we ain't lost him, because I kept seeing him sort of hold his leg and that. I thought he'd done a hamstring and that. And I said to Craig afterwards, "What's happened to Jake? I ain't brought him here. I ain't done all my agency work for nothing." And he went, "No, it's only cramping up where he ain't played a lot of football." So it was fine.
I think that's where the new signings have maybe sort of suffered a little bit, is they haven't had minutes. Like you say, Jake's hardly played, Brefo's hardly played. He didn't have a lot of minutes in pre-season. So it's nice now that these guys are getting minutes. You're starting to see the best out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, Adam, like you say, he'll put a strong side out against Cray, because they all need the minutes. It's so they need to get their fitness levels up. So they'll all be playing. It'll be a strong side, I would think.
Who do you think starting up front then? It's got to be with James Hull, probably, isn't it?
Lloyd Dawes.
Hang on, that's a bit. That's a
that'd
bit
be
hopeful,
stormy,
isn't it?
wouldn't it? I'm hopeful. Maybe not yet. I mean, it's got to be James, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if we set up similar to what we did at Lewis, go with the one up top, and then stick with a wing back so we can pack the midfield, or 5 at the back when they're attacking. I think that wouldn't be a bad plan because we know how good Cray are. I mean, I don't know whether they've strengthened this season, but they gave us a real game last season, didn't they?
Yeah.
We've had easier FA Cup sort of first round games, haven't we?
Well, yeah, we'll see, won't we? It's the cup. I reckon James Hull hat-trick.
I'll tell you what, that boy's minutes per goal is insane this season so far. He hasn't had a very long pre-season because he was injured for a couple. But yeah, he seems to come on 10 minutes, score a goal, come on, score a couple.
Well, it's a good problem to have, isn't it? If you've got that coming off the bench, we need it.
Yeah,
we need it, don't we? So
yeah, I mean, big season for the lad, and I think he's taking his chance every time he's in the first team. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
let's start. Right, let's talk about the Player of the Month award, Adam.
Yes, the Supporters Club are running Player of the Month, both for the men's and the women's. You can vote online on our website, or you can see Shannon at our kiosk that's by the pilot path. And vote for your men's player and your women's player. The winner will get awarded a trophy by one of you guys that's voted. So we will pick out someone that's voted for the winning player, pick you out, and then just before the next game, we're aiming to do the next home game for the men's, and it will be not the next one for the women's, it'll be the one after that. We're aiming to award the trophy on the pitch to the player.
So they'll be out before the game presenting that player, and that Scott White, who does those lovely photos, will be taking a pic of them, yeah?
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Cool. Well, that sounds fantastic. Please get voting.
We will...
Is it only for members of the club, or members of the supporters club?
For this month, it's open to everybody. So we're going to let everyone vote, and then what it will be from there on, it will be members only. So it's one of them little things, another little perk to join in the supporters club, along with the discounted travel, discounted bar. You get to vote for your Player of the Month, and you'll be one of the ones that will be in the hat to award the trophy.
Thank you, Smithy. Right. Well, thank you very much, Malcolm. You absolute saviour and top agent that you are. You need to keep me abreast of what's happening with Ross Barkley and, of course, Leon Pettit. He's still a free agent.
Yeah.
And
he's got to get back to me, that Leon.
Yeah, I mean, he's not returning your calls. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's not. I think he must change his number. The amount of times I've called him with different clubs that are interested, and he's just not coming back to me.
I mean, maybe we don't want him. I did see him with some chips and a beer in hand at the Lewis game, so I don't know whether his heart's in it.
Yeah, I saw that down. Last time I saw him was at the Folkestone game, and he was in the queue for some chips. And I said, is this the way to go, Leon? And I haven't heard from him since. So maybe
maybe he's chosen the burger over the use.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it couldn't be as bad as the Paul Pogba situation. I mean, could it be that Leon's discovered voodoo? I don't know if you've heard. Have any of you heard about the Paul Pogba stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah. In France, it's a massive story that his brother, who's involved with like a mafia, his brother's involved with like some mafia and trying to extort money out of Pogba, right? And he said he's going to announce on telly all these revelations about Paul Pogba, right? And obviously Pogba's saying, look, he's no good. He's just trying to get money out of me. And one of the revelations have already come out is that Pogba used voodoo on Mbappe to make him have a bad game. That's just, I mean, it's like you couldn't make it up. It's like, what is this? But this, he lives in like a proper rundown estate. He used to anyway when he was a kid in France, and that's fucked up there. Do you know what I mean? It's like proper.
It's all run down, isn't it, in France?
Well, some of it, but like, yeah, like there's some serious stuff that happens there. So, yeah. So I don't know if you want a client like that. You wouldn't want a client like that, Malcolm.
No.
We'll call that
perhaps out. Leon is into all that sort of thing.
Well, this is what I was suggesting, that possibly, you know, he put a hex on St Leonard. I'm sure he'd do anything for a victory, but no, chaps. Go on, sorry.
I need to email this to the Sun. I think the Sun Online will run this story.
Oh, what Leon Pettit is put a hex on St Leonard.
Big news for that.
Well, listen, Malcolm, thanks for your time. You're an absolute saviour. And Smithy, thanks for some of your time when you bothered to turn up.
Sorry, I was late. I was out doing exercise.
Oh, was you? Okay. Right. Take care. See you at the game. Are you both going, Cray?
I'll be at Cray.
Yeah.
I'll be at Cray.
I won't be. I'm working, but I might nip over and see a bit of Westfield, Hollington. That's going to be a decent one. But take care, and eventually I'll see you at a game.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Cheers,
mate. See you later, Adam.
Take care.
That's it for another week, grassroots football fans. Let's be honest, if you can't make the Craig Cup game, get yourself down Westfield, Hollington. It'll be a cracker. As ever, if you want to get in contact with the show, or have any suggestions, or want to get in on our weekly roundtables, that email again is hufcpod@gmail.com, or on the Twitter, which is @HUFCpodcast. You can get this podcast on all major platforms, be it Google Podcasts, Audible, iTunes, Spotify, or Amazon Music. And we have a jam-packed YouTube channel, chock-a-block, full of video interviews and episodes from the podcast. Please, please, please give it a look, a comment, or a like, but definitely subscribe. It's all free. All that's left for me to say is, I've been your host, Chris Laverick. Hope you have a good week, and see you at the game.